So a lot of business owners have this fantasy that one video is going to pretty much change everything. Like they want one clip to hit 5 million views, screenshot it, feel validated, and think they've made it. You do not want one video hitting 5 million views. You want 90 videos hitting 5,000 views, or 2,000, or even 1,000 depending on your niche. And within the next few minutes, I'm going to explain why that is a much smarter move for your business and how we've helped people generate a lot of cash by barely having any following, simply by just having the right content and the right marketing tactic to invite new prospects on a daily basis. So first, I'm going to explain why trust is built through repetition, not virality. And I'll give you an example so you can do kind of like a simple experiment and try it yourself to see this in action. And secondly, we'll also look at the math behind why one person watching 10 of your videos is more valuable than 10 people just watching one video. And lastly, I'll explain why chasing viral content is quietly hurting a lot of businesses and why you should be doing the thing I'm about to explain instead. And by the end of this, you'll understand why depth beats reach every single time, and why building a content library is a real business strategy, not just a social media tactic. So let's start with the core idea. Trust is built through repetition, not virality. And it's a fantastic webinar. It's based on, of course, the olden times where, of course, there's like radio playing, and they basically talk about why repetition is key. I'm not going to necessarily go a lot into it, but I think it's just one of those lessons that every business owner should go through. Doesn't matter what stage you're at, doesn't matter what you do, definitely give that a listen. But the point of this is, if someone sees you once, that's pretty much it. They scroll, they move on, and they forget. Now I want you to try this. Open Instagram, scroll your feed for a few minutes, consume a bunch of viral content, and then just close the app, and then come back a couple hours later and then ask yourself, how many of those videos do you actually remember? Probably not many, because it was a one-time interaction. There was no relationship there. And as a business owner, you don't want one-time interactions. You want layered trust. You don't need a million people watching every single video. You need a few thousand people in your niche watching consistently. And even if a small percentage of them book a call or buy from you, that turns into serious revenue. Because you're not building an influencer brand, you're building a business. That means your content needs to be structured around depth and not some mass appeal. Now let's also look at some math, because this is where it becomes obvious. So one person watching 10 of your videos is more valuable than 10 people watching one. We already clarified that. If someone watches 10 of your videos, that's 10 touch points. They've heard your tone, they understand your positioning, they've seen how you think, there's familiarity there. If 10 people watch one video, that's just one touch point per person. The people who buy from you are rarely the ones who saw one viral clip. They're the ones who were watching you for weeks. They've seen 5 videos, then 10, then 15, and by the time they're ready to move, you're already positioned as the obvious option in their mind. That is what I mean by depth. Now compare 90 videos at 5,000 videos each compared to like one video with 5 million views. The 5 million looks impressive on paper, but most of those people are not your target audience. They won't remember you next week. 90 videos consistently seen by your core demographic builds something much more powerful. It builds relationship equity, and that's what the end of the day converts. So when you chase viral content, you start optimizing for the wrong thing. You optimize for views instead of trust. You optimize for attention instead of any type of conversion. That works if your business model is influencer brand deals. If that's what you want, please go for it. It doesn't work as well if you sell services. Now listen, if you're at a point where you're racking up like 1 million views per videos, congrats. That's pretty much kind of like the end goal, I guess. However, most of you watching this, your ICP might not even be 1 million views per video. Maybe you just have kind of like a specific zip code you want to target. So it just logically does not make sense. Because organic content is powerful. Yes, like it builds authority, it can generate leads. But if your strategy is centered around going viral, you're just competing with entertainers like the Logan Pauls and the Mr. Beasts of the world, the trends, influencers, and that's not your lane. Your lane is business content for your specific target demographic, and you need enough of it that someone can binge your page and feel like they understand you. Because one person, and I'm going to say this again, watching 10 videos is always going to beat to like 10 people watching one. Like that is the entire premise of this video. And I'll also talk a little bit about what you should do. Start building a content library. Like make at least 90 videos, make 100, make 200 over time. Make them specific to your niche, make them valuable. And listen, by valuable, I don't necessarily mean making a video like, here are 3 tips to do X, Y, Z. No, like by valuable, I mean ask yourself the right questions. Like A, if your ideal avatar is watching, how do they understand that you're the expert? What are they learning from this video? So just ask yourself the right questions, which will lead you to attract the right people regardless. Because this is how trust will compound within the right ICP, ideal customer profile, and this is how sales will compound as well. And this is how predictable growth actually happens. So key thing to remember from this video is trust is built through repetition. I want you to stop chasing these viral moments and start building a body of work your niche can consume over and over. Again, 90 videos at 5,000 views each will grow your business far more predictably than one video hitting 5 million. Now, if this helped you rethink your content strategy, subscribe. Like, I break this stuff down pretty much every single week, and if you want help building your content library properly so it actually drives revenue, the link is in the description. Just book a call and we'll try to map it out for you. See you in the next one.